In Missouri and Kansas, about 2,200 people are awaiting an organ transplant. And according to HRSA, over 80 of those people are waiting for a heart transplant. One local man got the heart transplant he was waiting for at St. Luke's, and he says there's not an hour in the day where he forgets his generous donor. In 2008, John Schultz thought he was relatively healthy until his doctor told him a medication he took for diabetes caused serious heart problems and an enlarged heart. For 8 years, John managed those issues through lifestyle changes. But in 2017, he was on the heart transplant waiting list.
They prepared me. They said that you might not live long enough for us to find a donor for you.
Not what this energetic grandfather expected.
So I prepared probably the most difficult conversation that I would have had in my life, and that was to tell my grandsons that grandfather wasn't going to be around much longer.
But within 4 days, John got the answer to his prayers and nearly unprecedented news. He was getting the heart he needed.
It was a perfect match. I've had no issues, no signs of rejection, no pain, no discomfort.
While John was thrilled to get the life-saving transplant, he had to know who donated this heart. He discovered it was a 24-year-old named Zach Gross.
He was 24 at the time he passed. He had been told at age 18 that he had brain cancer.
John wrote Zach's family a thank you note and hoped one day to thank his family in person.
John's letter was the first letter that we received, and it took me a while to open it. I actually couldn't read it. I had to have somebody read it to me.
Then one day, John did meet Zach's family. He allowed his mother, Dina, to listen to Zach's heart beating strongly in his chest. For Dina, knowing her witty, ambitious, and talented son lives on through organ donation helps.
It's given me some sense of comfort, I guess, with the whole thing. When your son dies, you know everything that's happening on your end of things. But then to hear the stories of what these other families went through at the same time we were dealing with our side, and to see it evolve and how Zach's organs are still thriving and these people are doing so well because of that, it kind of brings the whole thing full circle.
John says having a friendship with Zach's family helps him feel closer to his donor.
Honestly, I can't go even an hour of the day without thinking of my new heart and of Zach and of what it means to me as far as being with my grandsons and my family.
People like the young man who replaced John's enlarged heart with his normal-sized, but better than average heart.
He had a heart of gold, and I told John he got the best part.
And even though Zach had cancer, he was still able to donate his organs to a total of 12 people. John says he's keeping Zach's heart healthy, and he plans to live until he's 100 to honor his gift. And with the help of his family and the doctors at St. Luke's, hey, we've got no reason to doubt you, John, and hope you make it to that century mark.